I'm Laura from Sugar Tears Cake Design. We're a small Rotorua-based business specialising in wedding cakes.
So Laura, where do you see yourself and your business in the future? It's going to be in the near future and long-term plans.
At this stage we are focusing on the Rotorua region, but we hope to expand into the rest of the Bay of Plenty as well in the near future.
What are the values of your organisation?
We're a family-based business. We also only shop New Zealand made products. We use free range where possible and try to give back to the community.
Whereabouts is your business located?
We built our commercial kitchen in the basement of our family home. We did this for a number of reasons. The first was to fit in with family life, and the other reason was to keep our operational costs down.
How's that working out for you?
Yep, definitely the way to go for us to start a small business.
And did you ever look at opening a shop?
We did look at several sites and realised that we were perhaps running before we could walk, and we wanted to make sure we had a successful business idea before we went forward.
That could be a possibility.
It is definitely a possibility. We've come to the conclusion that it is a viable business, so it is something we'll be looking at in the future.
How is the inventory of your existing business? Do you have a lot of stock, or do you keep it minimal?
We generally keep it fairly minimal because as it's food, it's perishable, so we try to keep that at a minimum. We buy as we go to keep things as fresh as possible.
As the owner and manager, what prior experience did you have before you took on this venture?
I didn't have a huge amount of experience, but I did have a lot of time on my hands. I am a stay-at-home mother and I needed something to expand my horizons, so I did some training through a cake designer in Auckland who taught me a lot of, gave me a lot of experience, and just put one foot in front of the other from there.
And have you had prior experience in the hospitality or tourism industry?
Not so much. Obviously when I was at university and whatnot, I did the odd bit of waitressing and private functions, but not a huge amount to do with food handling.
How many employees do you have in this business?
There's only myself and one other at this stage, but over the Christmas rush we will be employing another couple of people.
So for Sugar Tears, who does the planning of the cakes?
I do all of that, from the client consultation right the way through to the information gathering for their colour scheme and their theme for their wedding, and usually deal solely with the brides for all of the details of their day.
Do you help them with designs, or do they give you designs?
They generally come to me with their theme, and then we throw a few ideas around, sort of look at their floral designs and their setting, and then we try and match something that will fit perfectly with their day.
Who does the budgeting for Sugar Tears?
I do all of that as well.
Who's in charge of ordering the stock?
I'm in charge of ordering all of the stock.
And does that revolve around as you need it?
Yes, it does. It does. I do a certain amount of ordering on the internet, but I do try to keep that at a minimum, as I like to use only local suppliers. So generally our local people come through every time, but occasionally we do have to go further afield, but we always keep it within New Zealand.
So you prioritise sourcing?
Absolutely.
So Laura, what is your ideal target market for your company?
Our ideal target market is bride and grooms. We do target solely at the wedding industry, purely because it is more financially viable for us to target that particular market. We did initially start with birthday cakes and other celebration cakes, but over time had come to the conclusion that they're not going to pay the bills quite as well as the wedding clients.
On the topic of customer service, how do you ensure that your customers receive maximum experience?
I think it's all about being a calm face with a bride. They have got so much on their plates that they just need this other things to be quite easy for them, and we try to keep that as easy as possible. We don't hassle them with a lot of questions, and we invite them into our studio to come for coffee and have samples in a nice and relaxed environment where they can browse through our albums and discuss their ideas.
Would you say customer relations is a huge part of your business?
Absolutely, a huge part of our business.
So what are the primary activities that you engage in, and what services do you offer?
So activities is we basically do the cakes from scratch, we bake from scratch and do all the decorating, and we deliver free of charge Rotorua wide. Beyond Rotorua city limits, we do have a mileage and an hourly charge on that, but we're more than happy to deliver, and we think that it's a sensible option given the stresses of the day.
So the next thing I'm going to ask you is issues and challenges. Firstly, what issues have you faced so far in your business?
Probably the number one would probably be the financial issues with making birthday cakes. Purely the time and the cost involved in making a birthday cake is quite large, and people don't understand those costs that are involved, which is why we've moved completely away from them and obviously stay with the wedding.
And is that an issue now? Do people still ask you to make birthday cakes?
We get several orders for birthday cakes, but as we're fully booked for months in advance with weddings, it's not an issue because we cannot accommodate people to make birthday cakes.
Do you have any issues with them? Do they get frustrated with you?
No, we always offer information, contact details for other cake decorators, so they do have other avenues they can explore.
So what challenges have you faced in this business?
A major challenge would be the building of our premise, which has to have meet council regulations. So there were a few hoops to jump through, but we found the Rotorua District Council to be very, very helpful, and yeah, they helped us every step of the way with the building and complying to all of the requirements.
What other challenges have you faced on the cake making front?
Well, things can always go horribly wrong. One night I baked a new recipe that a client had requested I use their recipe, and I went to slice their cake open to fill it and found that it was hollow. It was just a shell of a cake, so that was a bit of a challenge. I had to quickly rush out to the supermarket, buy some new ingredients and come up with a new recipe. And that was a bit of a nightmare.
Any challenges you faced while delivering cakes?
The delivery of a cake is always the most stressful part of the entire operation. Last week, in fact, we had a windy road delivery, and when we got to the estate, there was a cattle stop, 200 metres of unsealed road, and then another cattle stop. And the florist that was supposed to meet us there didn't arrive. We waited for an hour and a quarter, and so unfortunately we had other cake deliveries to get done, and we had to leave this poor bride with a naked cake. But at the end of the day, that unfortunately wasn't our responsibility.
So you can only do what you can do?
You can only do what you can do, and you've got other brides relying on you as well. You know, you've got to try and keep everyone happy.
The last verse is the conversion, so you can sum up how it's gone for you to talk about what you've won.
Yeah.
How you enjoy it. So to sum up this interview, how has your experience with this business been?
It's been a really interesting experience. We've grown a lot. I made my first cake only 4 years ago. It was out of a packet cake mix. I really had no idea what I was doing, and it's developed from there. Recently we won the Outstanding Cake Artist of the Year at the Rotorua Wedding Industry Awards, which was a huge achievement. And yeah, we're just going forward as fast as we can now.
Congratulations on your achievement.
Thank you.